Let's talk fantasy books written by Puerto Rican authors. Unseelie by Evelise Hausman is the first book in a YA fantasy duology featuring Fae changeling Seelie and her twin sister Isolde. After a heist gone wrong, the two sisters are thrown into an adventure chasing power and money while running from Fae and other magic wielders. Throughout the book, Seelie must also learn to control her magical abilities and gain confidence in using her powers. Seelie is also an autistic-coded character, as this author is an autistic author. Cradle of Sea Soil features half-born Colibri and her son Narune as they live in exile since people fear that they will go insane like the half-born that came before them. But after Colibri finds a hidden threat to the very people who exiled them, and Narune decides to become a mystic, the mother-son duo must become the champions that their people need, regardless of the exile and curses in their way. Blaze Wrath Games by Amparo Ortiz is an alternative world contemporary fantasy featuring an international tournament for dragon riders, which is all I needed to know about it before I immediately added it to my TBR. Also by Amparo Ortiz is Last Sunrise in Etna, a YA contemporary fantasy where every year 3 Puerto Rican teens are invited to the island of Etna for 1 week to learn the magic of the elves. Everyone loves the elves except for Savim, whose father was killed by an elf and who spends her time selling elf corpses on the black market. But the elf prince knows Savim's secret and kidnaps her mother in retaliation. In order to get her mother back, Savim must participate in this year's exchange program. Infinity Sun by Adam Silvera is the first in an ongoing YA fantasy series about New York brothers Emil and Brighton. Growing up, the two brothers have idolized the Spellwalkers, a group of magic wielders sworn to rid the world of specters. Brighton has always wanted powers for himself so he could join in the fight. However, Emil has always just wished for peace. But one day, Emil manifests his own magic, putting brotherhood, loyalty, and love to the test. Queen and Conqueror by Isabel Olmo is the first book in an epic feminist fantasy series, where Elmira decides to marry the king who killed her husband in order to bring peace to their realms. In doing so, she sets off a chain of events testing her strength, resilience, and skill. In a touch of destiny, after a botched marriage proposal and a rejection from her dream job, Lush just wishes that she could disappear from the public eye. Her wish is granted when an unknown magical force transports her back to the 1680s, surrounded by the ruthless waters of the Caribbean. Caught in treacherous pirate politics, Luz must find a way to ensure her survival and find a way back home that does not involve altering the course of history in a catastrophic way.